NEA Jazz Master Billy Hart on drums, and congratulations, Billy, on your honor. It's been a real long time coming, but it's great to have you on the airwaves tonight to congratulate you over the phone and to be able to do it this weekend in person.
Thank you so much, Rusty.
Well, it's well deserved, you know. It's well deserved, and you're certainly in good company with the Cookers. You know, it's a fabulous group, and I'm glad to see it's been around for a while now, and all the cats my age and older are still cooking, still being able to really do it. You know. So since I got you on the line in your hometown, why don't you tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up here in D.C. and how you got into the music?
Well, let me see. It was talk about a mystery of Monifa Brown. It was a mystery of Billy Hart. I mean, I used to just like to go for long walks. I was a dreamer. I used to just like to go experience things. And my grandmother on my father's side was a concert pianist. She was what's her name? The first really famous Afro-American opera singer. I can't, and now of course I can't think of her name.
At our age, the names do escape us, don't they?
Yeah, but this was the lady that did the thing at the Lincoln Memorial.
Of course.
Marian Anderson.
Marian Anderson, right? Absolutely.
Yeah, my father's mother was Marian Anderson's first piano accompanist.
Wow. Okay.
So I sort of grew up with a somewhat minimal understanding of listening to European classical music. You know, being somewhat aware of it.
Sure.
And of course, my mother and my father met each other in college, and so they were into, Count Basie and Duke Ellington, and in particular Jimmy Lunceford.
You know, that's incredible. My late father-in-law, growing up in that era, was really into Jimmy Lunceford too.
Yeah.
Band leader certainly needs to be more recognized. Absolutely.
Right. So that's what it was like in Washington. So when one day I went to visit my grandmother, I got there before she got home, and I was standing in the hallway in this apartment complex, and this lady came out in the hall and said, you can't stay here. You can't just stand here in the hall. I said, well, I'm waiting for my grandmother to come home, and this is my mother's mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, you can come in here and wait for your grandmother. And that was Helen Hill.
Oh, my.
Buck's wife.
My goodness.
So all of a sudden, so when Buck does come home,
oh, wow.
he sees the drumsticks in my back pocket and says, oh, you're a drummer, huh? And I said, yeah.
Boy.
And that was, next thing I knew, I was talking to you.
How about that? No, geez, no. It was a few people along the way, like Wes Montgomery, Jimmy Smith, and a few other cats. And then Herbie Hancock. Boy, you're part of some important groups. In fact, I'm looking at the list of recordings you on. How many records are you on with all these different artists?
Well, people tell me different things, but the latest thing I heard was about 700.
Wow, boy. trying to catch up with Roy Haynes, I guess, and maybe you've caught up with him already. Yeah.
Well, maybe in one way, but certainly not in others.
Well, you'll catch up in age the way you're going, man. Just fantastic. Let me ask you this. I've asked this of everybody that I've interviewed recently over the airways, over the phone. What did you do during the year of pandemic when everything was locked down? How did you survive? What were you doing?
Well, a lot of the streaming. In other words, I was still playing.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I just got another call, just waiting for you. A few minutes ago, Kevin Hayes called me to do a streaming up at the club called Smoke. And so okay. I did the streaming with him. No rehearsal or anything, just did the streaming. And the club owner liked the streaming so much, he decided to put it out as a record.
Wow. Okay.
So that's one of 10 records I made during the pandemic.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible! Really, I mean that's phenomenal. That really is.
Yeah. And I did 2 or 3 streamings at the Village Vanguard. 2 with my band, and 1 with George Cable's band.
Wow, it's fantastic. No, it's a great way to survive a difficult time. You said before we got on the air that you just came back from a tour. Where'd you go on this particular tour?
Well, it was 3 different tours back to back.
Okay.
one with the Cookers, of course, but that was in the United States, more towards the West Coast. And then I went to Europe with my quartet, and then I left there and went to Denmark with some friends in Denmark.
Okay. So, yeah. No.
And I got back about a week ago.
So, how did you get hooked into the Cookers? How was the group formed? I know. David Weiss seems to be sort of the catalyst to all of it, but what was the story behind it?
Well, I'm not sure. I know that David was really tight with Freddie,
mm-hmm.
and David is a trumpet player.
Okay. So the name certainly is appropriate in terms of the night of the Cookers. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the original group was, Pete LaRocca and Hans, Harold. Maybe.
Okay, right. Some of the folks that were part of that
yeah.
The Cookers, absolutely.
Yeah, but I guess David wanted to keep it going. So by the time I got there, I think Eddie Henderson was already there, mm-hmm. and George Cables was already there. And probably Cecil McBee too. I came in later.
Okay. Well, you've been with them for quite a while now, though.
Yeah, man, it's over 10 years.
That's what I thought. I know it's been at least that with this, lineup on it's been doing a number of recordings and tours passing through. D.C. on occasion, but mostly up in Baltimore now. This is the second or third time you've been up at Keystone Corner,
right? So
this is a really a delight to be able to catch up with all of you. I mean, it's just a fantastic lineup. So what's coming up next for you after this tour with the Cookers? What else do you have coming along?
I guess a couple more record dates.
What was it like when you? How were you notified of you being honored as a National Endowment for the Arts Jazz Master?
It was quite a surprise. I have to tell you that. I seem to be more surprised than a lot of other people. Because it was really a surprise.
Okay, yeah.
I just wasn't expecting it. I wasn't thinking like that. I wasn't thinking that that would happen for me.
Well, it is quite an honor, you know, and I've been on the airwaves ever since the concept was developed and announced by the endowment, and watched all of them going way back to when, you know, people like Max Roach and Dizzy Gillespie were around to be honored thusly, and you're certainly in good company this year, you know, especially with your fellow band member Donald Harrison being honored with the A.B. Spellman Award for all that he's doing in New Orleans. So that's a double treat for your ensemble. That's for sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, Donald really deserves that. I mean, you know, his family. You know, by him being the son of an Indian chief, and then now being an Indian chief himself, you know, he's like a community leader. You know, he really holds a high honor already in New Orleans. You know, he's got, you know, he's a chief. He's the
right.
He handles a lot of the community down there. So he definitely deserves it.
Well, given your history, there's no question about your deserving of it. That's for sure. You may have been surprised, but as all of us have commented, you know, it's really deserving for you for all that you've contributed to the music all these years. You know. And again, I'm really thrilled for you. It's really an appropriate honor, to say the least.
Well, thank you very much.
You got that right.
I better start practicing.
No, you still teaching, still making it over to what is it, Oberlin? Was where you've been at for a while?
Yeah, I got home today.
How many universities are you working with right now? Is it?
Well, currently it's just the two, Oberlin, you know, outside of Cleveland, and New England Conservatory in Boston.
Okay. Wow. So that's also an additional task of traveling around to get to be able to do this. So the Keystone Corner is over at 1350 Lancaster Street, and for information and reservations, you can call 410-946-6726, or even better, go to their website, Keystone Baltimore, all one word with K's, Keystone Corner with a K, KeystoneCornerBaltimore.com for ticket information. Billy, we'll let you go. You need to relax a little bit before you make it to Baltimore and engage in all this great music this weekend. But it's been a real delight to talk with you this evening, and again to be able to congratulate you. So I want to make it up Sunday. Looking forward to seeing everybody. Man, this is really a treat.
I'm looking forward to seeing you too, and
you know.
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing them too. Actually,
yeah, absolutely. See all your cohorts. You get to hang again for a great weekend and close to your hometown.
Yeah, they're all storytellers and philosophers.
Absolutely. Well, as the appropriate title that Billy Harper put this. Destiny is yours is the cut
right.
queued up. So here it is.
Talking about a philosopher.
Absolutely. Here is Billy Harper, Donald Harrison, Eddie Henderson, David Weiss, George Cable, Cecil McBee, and my guest tonight, Billy Hart on the drums. Billy, it's been a treat talking to you, and I'm going to catch you on Sunday. So we'll see you then as we go out with the Cookers, and Destiny is yours.
Yeah, I want to see a lot of those Washington, D.C. people, too.
Well, we're going to bring them up there. They're going to be
right.
there. We're going to bring them up again.
All right.
Okay, thanks again.
See you, man.
Yeah.